Why do I do anything I do? Hi, my name is Ismay and welcome to my den of suffering. Beat me, your host, Suffering. I am dying, but that's fine. We'll see how long I can keep this stream up for. I want to stream so bad, But I'm also trademark TM suffering. We'll see how long it goes for. I want to stream because I want to play the letter. I want to play the letter so bad. I want to play this game so bad. Wait, get the funk. Okay, we're gonna play the letter. I'm gonna see how much I can take. Hopefully I'll be spurred on by the love of my comrades in arms. So the options are either I'll be spurred on with love and confidence and beauty and joy, or I'll just suffer and die. So we'll see which one happens. I'm gonna load. We're gonna load. Oh no, wait, we're not going. Whatever. Okay. Oh god, what happened last time? Just like a lot of so we're Hannah now. Oh yeah, we killed the shit out of Isabella, huh? We did a bit of a murder on Isabella. On accident. That wasn't great. So now we're Hannah. We did an accidental murder on Isabella, and now we are Hannah. So we'll see how this goes. Our husband is still a dinkus that I hate. Yeah. Also, Luke is short for Lucille. That's fun. Marianne is great, as per. Zach, also great, as per. Hannah goes one way or the other, you know? Can sometimes be a bit of a dink, can sometimes be a bit okay. Okay. Hosting parties is always the same song and dance, no matter how big or small it is. You make sure your guests are well fed, have good company, and have them generally enjoy themselves. So, when my opening remarks are done, when the band started to play and the guests have started eating, I find myself wandering around aimlessly unless I'm pulled aside. For a while, I stay with a small group and entertain them before excusing myself. And when they're not anymore watching me, I end up watching them. When they don't listen, I do. A local banker is having trouble with his daughter. He wishes to marry her off, but she wants nothing more than to make music. One of our hotel managers worry about the stolen belongings of one of his patrons, a failing in security which should be brought up to a higher authority soon. Our mayor, well, his cat died. And then there's that rose-haired woman once again. It's hard not to notice her with her distinctive looks. She also lacks the grace that the other ladies have, although that does not make her any less beautiful. Her stance and the air she exudes instead are strong, and make her stand out despite her casual attire. Many men have already given her their attention, although each invitation to dance has been turned down. I approach, intrigued, although it's no great mystery what occupies her attention. The glances she keeps setting the boy with the fucking boy with the oriental hair. Now it's the hair! Now she's like, I've pinned down why I think that this boy is Asian. It's probably the hair, huh? What are you talking about, Hannah? She remains unaware, though, even as I stand beside her, pretending that I'm there for a drink.
You would catch his eye a lot better if you wore nicer clothes, don't you think?
Oh my god, girl.
Didn't realize the housewarming was going to be this, fancy. I would have gone with a nice dress if I knew.
Oh, you're fine, dearie. It's only really the parvenus, those who climb, that come to these parties all dolled up. Quite the black-haired beauty, isn't he?
Hannah's the thirstiest bitch in the world. Oh god. The boy comes over, but I do nothing to speak any softer. He merely passes by, and it's a wonder he doesn't hear what I say.
Who, Ash?
You know, you really shouldn't have turned down those offers. If I wasn't married, I'd happily go dancing with those young men. But you said a name. Ash. That's the exquisite lad you've been looking at all this time.
Oh my god, girl, be less of a thirst
I don't know
monger.
him, and I'm the one hosting this party. That must mean you know each other. Is he your boyfriend then? Because that would explain those rejections.
Oh. In all my life, I've never seen a face grow red so fast. The shade of her hair doesn't help as well. This is the most pink I've seen on a person, really.
What? No, that's ridiculous. He isn't my boyfriend.
Such a violent reaction. A simple no would have sufficed. Many here would be happy to hear it.
I'm so out on these, like, let's hike my titties up fucking poses that Nacon does. Fuck off.
And I haven't been looking at him.
That's right. You've been staring. Quite heatedly, in fact. Although I'm not sure if you look like you want to kiss him or kill him.
It's more the latter currently.
Just don't go murdering him on my property.
Oh my god.
I don't want to walk into a room and suddenly find a body there.
I waver as I feel the burning of someone's stares. No, don't, do not. Hi, Alfred. Oh, please do not. It's chilling, and though I'm used to enduring the gaze of others, this one makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Please don't. Yep. There we go. Yep. Yahoo. Yahoo. My attention is pulled from the girl, and I see a woman staring. Dark-haired and dirty, she looks more like a beggar than a guest. I have half the mind to call the security at her when her mouth breaks into a grin. I'll fucking better be happy that my face is covering most of this bitch. All I hear is her laughing. Haunting. The stare makes my blood run cold. She looks at me like I'm nothing but a pig to slaughter for her amusement. It makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my drink. But then, in a blink, she's gone. The buzz of the party returns.
I'll keep that in mind, but... Are you alright?
Yes, sorry. I just thought
How are you?
I saw
How you
something
doing, my sweet angel?
strange. It must be the trick of the light.
How you doing, my sweetheart?
Anyway, on a right, as you must already know.
Rebecca Gales.
Gales.
The name is familiar, like a fond memory. Ooh, I got an achievement called Reunion. Yeah, we're playing as Hannah now because... I might have got Isabella murdered. I might have got Isabella murdered. Wait, what was the achievement? What's the achievement? Reunion. Meet an old friend at the housewarming party. What? What? Isabella, yeah, we might have got her murdered. Honestly, I blame anyone but me. You know, I blame anyone that, you know, like that was not, you know, doing the decisions. Your roommates are your tattoo today? That's so cool. That's so cool. What's the tattoo? Also, how is everyone? I'm dying. I'm in a pit of suffering. How y'all doing? I recall a kind lady, a private tutor who treated me like her own daughter when I was young. She even bring me food when there was no need to do so. Usually stovies, which I honestly hadn't been too keen about, though I ate them nonetheless because she brought them for me.
Oh, the professor! And your little Becky!
My parents couldn't make it since they're in Scotland right now. And Mom says hi, by the way.
Be more Scott. Oh my god. Oh god. Mine last time with... Well, I didn't ken how you are doing today. Oh god, I cannot.
But yeah, that's me. Little Becky. We met once before.
Yes, oh, I remember you! You were the cutest little thing with glasses!
Glasses?
And when we met, you were having boy troubles with this lad called something with an A.
Oh my god. have you been after Ash since you were a fucking child and you have not either said something or, oh my god. Girl, if he's been causing you problems for years, either date or leave, because otherwise you're just gonna make yourself miserable. Oh my god.
What was it again? Aaron, Alan, Adele, Albert, Alexander, Andrew?
The more I list off names, the more red and the more quiet Becky gets. She starts to look a bit miserable as her body language shows discomfort and stiffness. It's Kingdom Hearts! Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh yeah. Ooh, so it's a big one? It's a big one? Like how big is it? How big is it in, like, compared to like my arm boy? Like how big is it compared to my arm boy? It's like, that's like a, it's not like a whole sleeve, but it's like a little boy. That's like a half sleeve, whatever. It's a thing. Well, how big is it? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, that's so cool. Is it your first tattoo, or is it another, or is this like adding to a collection? Oh, I love tattoos. Okay. And yes, this is a horror game. It spooked me and I got someone murdered. Oop. Perhaps I've triggered a horrid childhood memory. Surely I hadn't been mean when she visited with her mother. I don't quite remember all of it.
Ashton! Ash! That man is that boy! The same one. Oh, goodness me, after all these years! I can see why, though. He's quite dashing.
Girl, you so thirsty.
You don't really need to announce it to everyone within earshot, you know? Keep it down.
I'm so sorry, but it really is cute.
And a tad bit sad.
This is a nice party, Miss Wright.
Please, Anna's fine. We're friends of a sort, aren't we? We must be friends, seeing as I know about your little infatuation, Becky. Don't you worry, dearie. You'll have your happy ending yet.
I mean, better chance now that Isabella's dead, huh? Oop.
I'm not too concerned about that, am I? That's not what I'm looking for.
It's a little bit bigger than the Isabella one. Ooh, oh, it's your fourth. Yeah, oh, that one was my fourth. Wait, yes, that was my fourth. Oh, big tattoos are a good fourth one. Yes. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Ah.
Oh? And what makes you think that? Doesn't everybody want their happy ending?
I need pictures of it when it's done. Or like, if not when it's done, when it stopped being like, you know, like that like nasty after tattoo thing where it's just like, this is red and scabby. Have a nice day.
The idea of happy endings sounds like they're just for fairy tales. And they are, sorta. I don't think you can just sit around, trapped in some tower and hope for the best. If you love them, you have to fight for it, right?
But you're not fighting for it. What you're doing is sitting around and being annoyed any time that he fucking talks to anyone else. You're not fighting for it. You're just sitting and being an asshole to anyone.
You're not just going to sit there and hope that everything will just fix itself
That's
on
what you
its own.
do.
Like everything, you have to work at it.
Oh my god.
But what do I know?
Exactly. You don't do it. There's the grimace, although she starts to relax around my presence. How long has it been since we met as children? Certainly a long time. He was tiny back then, if I recall correctly.
I'm sure the daughter of the two greatest professors I've ever known is smart enough to know what she's talking about. But have you told him how you feel? And it's been what? 20 years?
17, actually.
Oh my god.
But
girl.
no, not yet.
I hate you.
He can be a bit dense.
Oh my god, if he doesn't get it, fucking tell. Oh. You should just sit around and wait for someone. Apart from me, I should do that. If it's causing you pain, do something about it.
I was hoping that maybe he'd notice on his own and...
Well, that won't do. What if you two become husband and wife? He's not to be dense when he's sworn himself to another person. Why, you might just as well consider leaving before the day's even begun.
If that happens, I'll have to give him a good ear bashing, won't I?
The fuck?
Whoever anyone ends up with, it's not going to be a perfect relationship anyway.
Y'all.
There's going to be things you'll love and things you'll hate about the other person. We're just humans.
I mean, yes, but this is weird advice out of nowhere. Okay.
It's funny. Here I am, trying to give you advice when you did the very same thing back then.
What? Why are you trying to give her advice? Oh my god.
I remember you giving me a makeover when we were still kids. And you were the first I told anyone about my crush.
I do remember now she mentions it. I did give her that yellow summer dress, or... Oh, did I give her that yellow summer dress or the pink blouse and petticoat? Must have kept some of what I said in mind. It feels ridiculous remembering that all of that years later. Talking about boys and how they go crazy for pretty girls as if it's some gospel every woman should adhere to. It was so easy to say such things then, with me not knowing any better. Though looking at her now, she must have kept some of I said in mind. I just said that, but okay. Perhaps I did say something good at the time, enough for her to take it to heart. But all that didn't matter as the moment But all that didn't matter in the moment as I mull over what she's just said in my head. What Becky told me is very different from what Marianne told me. There's no time to ponder over it, however, as a hush descends upon the once lively crowd. The music of strings and the chatter slows to a grinding halt as the doors to the foyer open. The last of the latecomers should have arrived moments ago, and anyone this late should simply be too embarrassed to show their face. So this can only be one person, or rather, one man. There's only one man who is audacious enough to arrive at his own party so late.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Enjoying the party?
So much. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I hope I'm not too late in welcoming you all to the right mansion.
I hate you so much. Like I, who was raised in the spotlight and simply grew used to its presence, he sought it out at every chance he could, even when there was no spotlight that shone. And I'll never put it against him when he smiles like that. He did quite so brilliantly under the scrutiny when he channels his showmanship. You can tell by the way people's eyes light up as he speaks. How they listen enraptured as if all he's doing is a simple greeting. A little wave of his hands here, a little smile there, and a bit of swagger. I always tell him that if he was not a businessman, he would do well as an entertainer. I love this side of him, especially when he looks at me and beckons me over to humbly share his place. Not a single second is wasted as I excuse myself from Becky's side and make my way to Luke's.
Welcome one and all to our humble abode. Tonight, if you have yet to find yourself in your roles, you are our ladies and lords of the court of your king and queen, if you would excuse my presumptuousness.
I hate him.
So, enjoy the feast that has been laid out for your senses as we only allowed the best to be served.
Ugh.
Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone!
Ugh. Just a round of applause, cheers, and even some hoots. Guests approach us left and right to take Luke's hand and greet him personally, praises on their lips. It's because of this that I do not see her. Oh no, not again, please! No, 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 no! I don't see her until she's dangerously close, fury in her eyes, and she's already spitting venom. Okay. No, maybe it's okay. Oh, it's okay! Who this? Johannes restrains her, taking care not to unnecessarily harm the pregnant woman. Oh no! Oh no! That does little to deter her rage, and the man has no choice but to let her go, lest an unborn child is hurt. Although it might be too late for that, as I see an emptied glass of wine in her hand. Oh, girl! How much has she imbibed it?
Are you feeling ill, Rochelle?
Oh, Rochelle.
Perhaps you need to sit down and...
No! Shut it, you munter! I ain't talking to you! I'm talking to this scumbag over here!
Sorry! Okay, shut it, you munter! Let's take it from here. Shut it, you munter! What are you talking about, game? You munter. It's you munter. Fuck you, you munter! Oh my god. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Oh my god, Becky's Scottishness was a lot to deal with. This lady's oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. The Wright Mansion was officially opened its doors with a grand housewarming feast. Zachary Steele, Ashton Gray, and Rebecca Gales were seen attending, however. What was supposed to be a day of merriment turned sour when Rochelle Lee, the chief inspector's wife, accused Luke of fathering her unborn baby. No, that bit's not happened yet! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! Okay.
You bloody bastard, standing there with your smarmy smile.
She interrupts me, jabbing her finger in my direction before she rounds on Luke. Even as whispers and murmurs break out among the guests, all I can focus is the heat of the moment. Hello there, Pancake! How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, it's been a hot min. Oh. Obviously intoxicated, judging by the smell of alcohol on her breath. I'm not ticked off about the still display of hers, at least not yet. But I'm absolutely pissed by the fact that she'd endanger her own baby by drinking. There's a considerable amount of restraint and grace that I must exercise while I wait for her tantrum to subside. I keep a patient, if tight, smile on my face. Luke's expression, on the other hand, is indecipherable. You've been busy? That's fair. Oh, what you been up to, hon?
Watch your tongue! You're on thin ice, Rochelle. Where's your husband? Who even invited you?
Also, what do you mean, where's your husband? Who invited you? I mean, if you're friends with her husband and she's friends with his wife, of course she's invited. What are you talking about?
I did.
Yes, she's her friend. Oh my god, I hate you so much, Luke. You're an asshole and an idiot.
And I told you with great emphasis not to. Now we have a drunk, hormonal, pregnant woman causing a stir.
Oh my god.
What is even going on?
I mean, he's a racist fucking magical pervert, and I hate him so much. The racist magical pervert, and I hate him. I'm about to ask the exact same thing.
I don't know.
Oh, good.
But Rochelle, do calm down before you hurt yourself. I can't understand a word you're saying.
No one can.
Where is that husband of yours?
Oh my god.
Lee! Collect your wife right now!
Oh my god.
Don't you fucking talk like I'm not here and you're not responsible, you ass!
Befallen!
You told me that I should wait for you in the gardens.
This is a lot for me to deal with.
Excuse me. What is this nonsense you're going on about?
Crazy talk. That's all it is. Just completely and utterly mad. Has anyone seen the chief inspector?
I am pregnant with your little bastard. You promised me you'll take responsibility.
Yay!
God damn it, Luke. I finally got you to talk to me after months of silence, and you do this to me.
What?
What do you mean you're pregnant with Luke? Is this true?
That's a lot of good games. The actual proper usage of the word bastard. I mean, fair. This and Game of Thrones.
Lies and slander, woman!
God damn it.
Security! Johannes, take her out of here before she makes an even bigger fool of herself!
No, you do not do this to me. I was so ready to leave my stupid oaf of a husband. I told you to leave that damn wife of yours.
Ooh.
Look at her. Does she look like she wants a baby?
I want a baby. He don't want a baby. Fuck you, Rochelle. Eat my entire... Well, no, he's also been a cunt to you. You know what?
Does she look like she could take care of a baby?
A baby. Baby. Okay. It's now that Johannes returns with security, along with a concerned-looking Officer Lee. They surround her and move to escort the hysterical woman. Judging by his pale face, he's heard the whole thing. I feel nothing but pity for the man.
I'm so sorry for her behavior. She's been under a lot of stress and the alcohol.
The fucking voice acting of this woman, I mean, she's not like a main character, but still.
Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
Johannes, you're the greatest. Is there really nothing here but the ramblings of a drunk? Yes, that's right. There's no way that what Rochelle says is the truth. What she says doesn't match up. I know Luke. If such a scandalous meeting were to be arranged, she won't do it in such an exposed place, especially not near his precious flowers. Weird thing to take away, okay. And he definitely won't promise responsibility over a child unless it can be helped. Besides, Luke will never go so far as to sleep with another woman, right? Okay, fine, who am I kidding? If I'm to be completely honest with myself, he might cheat. With a bit of temptation and a bit of alcohol, he just might. And doesn't that just make my blood boil? Even think of the slightest possibility of infidelity. Lee isn't too far off when he told me how Luke still acted like some young, hotshot bachelor. Let's break up with him! Let's break up with him! Let's break up with him! Can we break up with him? Pew! Pew, 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 pew! Can we break up with him so hard? 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 Oh, we're gonna break up with him so hard. I like, not even a moment hesitation. Maybe Marianne had a point. If I'm frustrated, if I'm unhappy, maybe a break is needed. Some time apart might be just what the doctor ordered. Time apart to clear our heads and to think for ourselves, or for myself, to be exact. Because looking at this mess before me just brings me nothing but distress. I feel a bit nauseous, actually, now I think about it. Same, girl! Luke's too busy. Oh, I might die. Okay. Oh, I'm back. Okay. I'm good. I'm only suffering a lot. We're good. I'm only suffering a lot. I'm good. Luke's too busy making a scene to notice, and a concerned Becky pulls me to the side. He looks as disturbed as I am by the sudden turn of events. Probably not a big fan of drama. Definitely not used to it by any rate. At any rate. Not surprising, as her parents were a lovely yet simple people.
Hey, I figured you could use the save.
Oh,
You
Becky.
looked like you weren't doing too hot back there.
Thank you, Becky. I mean, like, you know what? You're an idiot, but you're a good bitch, I guess, I think. I don't know.
Do we need to call a doctor or something?
Oh no, I'll just be needing some fresh air, that's all. Some help getting out of here would be much appreciated.
Sure, that won't be a problem. I wanted to get away from this drama too anyway. Just... Hey, Zachary! Hey, Zach!
Yeah, come out, Zach. I love you so much, Zach. Hi, Zach, I love you. Zach, why aren't you wearing... Okay, whatever. At the mention of his name, I can't help but seek him out in the crowd as he makes his way over. They know each other?
Becca, this is a real oh, hey, Miss Wright.
If I'm to assign a random number to dictate the odds of having two of my acquaintances know each other, I'd say the odds are 1 out of 1,000. And if this is any other situation, I would have been suspicious. It isn't completely impossible to have two random strangers who I've met on separate occasions to know each other in what will be a complete random happenstance. Also, like, I mean, it's a weird coincidence, but it's just like, it's not like I'm very suspicious that people know one another. How dare they? But, like, it happens. It's just that been faked before to try and dupe me because of who I am and who I'm married to. Okay, that's fair. You know what? Never mind, I take it back. But right now, coincidence or not, I'm just grateful for the help. What? Oh, thank you, darling. As long as this doesn't turn into a kidnapping anyway. Okay.
Oh, Zachary, I told you to call me Hannah. Did I not?
Yeah, you did. So this is what you called me for. We gonna get Hannah out of here?
See that they're friends. Not terribly close ones, but friends nonetheless.
That'd be great.
They make quick work of getting us through the crowd. The people part because of Zachary's broad build, even if they want to approach me. If that isn't enough, Becky's pointed glares keep them at bay. Aw, y'all are good bitches. Y'all are good bitches. Aw, you're an angel. We even make it out of the ballroom without any untoward incident. Though, judging by the commotion in the other room, the same cannot be said about the unexpected eviction. I really do need the fresh air. I need to be away from those nosy Parkers. I need to be away from Luke. This is a good start as any.
Hey, I gotta go back in there. Completely forgot my bag like an airhead, and I'll see if I can tag Ash on the way out. You'll be fine here, right, Hannah?
Not to worry, dearie. I'll just be right here.
Zach will be with you if you need anything.
Becky balks at the idea of going back into the ballroom. Anyone who hasn't yet would have realized I'm gone by now. And those busybodies will be gossiping about how I left the building with 2 unknowns. Along with what just transpired, stories both inaccurate and made up will spread by the night's end. It all matters very little in the grand scheme of things, of course. I won't even bother to try and quell them by returning to the fray. That leaves me with...
Zachary?
my sweet angel! Okay.
Yeah. You need something?
Yes.
I was only going to say how nice it is to see you again.
Oh. Okay.
Like, cool. Weird of you to say. I can see the tension in the line of his shoulders. Odd how awkward he is when this isn't our first meeting. We'd met on professional terms, certainly, but I'd like to think I was friendly. Nonetheless, I don't push the issue about the apparent discomfort when we were left alone. Not right away, at any rate. What's that glowing behind Zach? Don't fucking scare me. This thing? This is the chandelier. Or it's his halo. Oh, or this? Oh no, I see it now. Oh, I see it now! I'm going to say it is the light. It might be the light bouncing off the chandelier. Because, like, it goes when it's over there. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, bye! Don't spook me! I know my curiosity will get the better of me soon. Before I can say anything, however, he speaks up.
You okay there, Hana? I mean, of course you're not okay after what happened in there. I mean, that was terrible. But you're not gonna just fall down and faint or anything, right?
Fuck you,
I'm
Zach.
fine. Thank you for your concern.
I'm faint. Eat my butt. A beat.
I should be asking you the same thing. I remember you being a lot more eloquent.
Oh yeah, I'm just not too good with staying too long in a crowded room. Or handling intense drama, you know. Sorry about my clothes. Didn't think there'd be a dress code. Not that I have anything that nice to wear to a shindig like this.
Also, how did you not think this was going to be a fancy dress code affair? Because you've been here before. You know these people.
I dig nice, small, simple parties, so this is a real doozy for me.
A real doozy.
And do you host your own nice, small, and simple parties often?
Only when there's occasion, birthdays, and stuff. Those are a lot more fun for me, and I can be a lot more selective about letting only the people I'm cool with attend, right? I get to pick the food, too. Of course, I make most of them myself. There's usually a dozen people or less, and all we really do is just hang out. Maybe do some grilling, karaoke, dancing, you know, the usual.
That sounds nice.
It does. I love you. Maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You sure you're all right? You aren't exactly being eloquent yourself, as you put it. You must have something you want to get off your chest.
I don't know, Zachary. What am I supposed to say?
You can scream merde if you want. I won't snitch.
You want to know what I think? How I feel? I think my friend may have slept with my husband. At least, I'm pretty sure she isn't pregnant with his baby, which isn't much now, is it? My husband is a selfish, pretentious, bloody sack of shite.
Bloody.
Ugh!
Bloody.
You know what? I don't give a flying fuck anymore. My God!
I love it! Hannah! Hannah! Welcome! Welcome to the good side, Hannah! Fuck this dude!
Well, that ain't good. Not giving a crap won't make the problem go away.
Nah, just stop giving the fuck.
I'm going to ask him for a break, Zachary. I'm not going to pretend that there isn't a problem, but I just need to step back.
Fair enough. As long as you don't just up and disappear on him, I
Yeah,
suppose.
mate, whatever.
Yes. Now can we please stop talking about him? Tell me more about your small, simple parties. Karaoke and dancing. How does that even go together?
Alcohol, mostly.
Simple, really. We hope Ash doesn't take the mic, put on a bit of fun music, and just dance. Not that I can. But there ain't nothing complex about it.
You can't be that bad.
I'm pretty good with the twist. Or
Cute.
that's what they tell me, at least.
Cute. God, I love you so much. You're so cute.
I think they're just being nice. I'm sure it just looks awkward.
I love him. I love him so much. Oh, how should I respond? I mean, no, I don't know if prove it. Because, like, I want you to just dance right now. Dance, monkey, dance. Like, that feels weird. How about at least you can cook?
At least you can cook, allegedly. You still bring no proof.
This party ain't exactly a potluck, is it?
Okay. Oh, that was a story one, not a relationship one. That's weird. Don't like that. Okay.
True, true.
If I die
Perhaps
because
you can invite me to one of your simple parties.
if I die because if Hannah dies because I didn't make him dance with me or dance for me, which I feel like that was implying, then I quit. I look like a dead fish if I try and dance. See, I have taken great lengths to never know like what I look like when I dance. I just do it when I'm exceedingly drunk and I think I look good. So as far as I know, I am great. I cannot imagine it's the case, but as far as like I can't tell you I'm not good.
I will bring the cake.
Yeah, why not? But with a cake
Aw.
that big like at your housewarming party, we'll be eating frosting for weeks.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this isn't a hoodie. This is my full-on elf onesie. I need my elf onesie because I'm in a lot of pain. And the only thing that makes pain go away is elf onesies. I hear elves like ring, ring, ching, ching, too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. It's Christmas. Eat my butt. It's uncomfortable to dance around other people. That's fair. That's very, very fair. I only dance around people when I'm very, very drunk. I think of another occasion, but I don't think there was one. I mean, I did Zumba for like 3 seconds. That was bad. And I did something else. Oh, I started doing like Latin street dancing, which was weird. That was fun. Not even Halloween yet, but it's always Christmas in my heart. Look, my name is Ismay. I suffer from seasonal affective disorder, or like seasonal depression. If it's not Christmas, I might die. So it's Christmas. Enjoy. I need to have like little like Christmas party poppers anytime anyone tells me it's not Christmas. I'm like, yes it is. Bing. It's Christmas because I say it is. I mean, right now it's still like a bit light out, which is good. I'm into that. But it's gonna get dark really soon. And that's when the sadness returns. I hear those sleigh bells ring, ring, jing, jingling, jing.
Maybe make it a little simpler and it's a deal.
Simple would be nice.
Aww. And now I've left my husband. Okay, so it's the day after. It's the day after. It's the 29th. It's the day after. In the aftermath of Rochelle's accusations, a devastated Hannah was seen exiting the In the aftermath of Rochelle's accusations, a devastated Hannah was seen exiting the ballroom with Rebecca Gales and Zachary Steele. Hannah was left in the care of the man when Rebecca had to go back to the party in search of Ashton. Now alone, the two had a talk, and both were smiling by the end of it. Look how precious they are. Look at these cuties. I love them. I love them very much. I love them so much. Okay, I like Hannah, or Hannah, whatever. Like, she's fallen into, like, the trappings of the patriarchy, but, like, you know what? We all have now and again. She's gonna find herself. She's gonna not be with her shitbag husband anymore. And Ismay is love them. Ismay is love them. I love them. And Zach is just a flawless angel who can do no wrong, and I love him. Please never kill my baby. I wish the same can be said about what I'm about to do. Simple isn't the adjective I will use to describe the task at hand. Because really, how does one tell their husband that they want to separate and say that, no, this is not a divorce? Not yet, at least. The possibility is there. But still, how am I even to explain that to Luke without him throwing a fit? Cutting too deeply into my sausages, I open my mouth to excuse myself. That is, until I spy Luke mashing and stirring his poached eggs with a fork like a petulant child. He's been silent all the while, his chin in his hand and elbow resting on the table. I worry that my absence after the debacle may have caused him more harm than good.
Luke?
Ooh, wait. I got an achievement. It's not you. Okay, it's you. Yeah, that is true. It is him. He sucks. It's not you. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's a hundo you. It's a hundo you.
I think we need a bit of a break. You know, some time apart.
At my words, he grows still and silent. Not quite sure whether I should be worried or not. I take it as my cue to keep talking.
It's not permanent or anything like that. Just for a while. In a few days, perhaps. I was thinking I can move back into our penthouse in the meantime, but I won't be moving out right away, so that I can help settle everything here. And I haven't even thought of packing yet. And I'll want to ask Johans to assign some of our staff. Unless you want the penthouse anyway, then I'll stay here instead.
No, you take the penthouse. It'll be easier for you.
Cool. This isn't supposed to be easy, is it? And he really just react so aloof to it?
Isn't this to your liking? I imagine that you'd like the space and independence. You'll have the bed and covers to yourself, and you can have whatever you want prepared for meals. You can even have all the wine you want, though I'd rather that you don't.
This isn't about that, Hana. Well, it's partly that, but...
What? The man stops playing with his food, instead choosing to push the plate aside.
What's wrong, Luke?
He slumps back in his chair and just stops short of putting his feet up on the table. I suspect he's wanting some wine or absinthe by now, but any sort of alcohol is suspiciously absent in his hands.
Aside from that disaster yesterday and you telling me you want a divorce, everything is peachy keen.
Okay, cool, bye!
Will you want me to start in the letters then? To start the divorce settlements and whatnot? Will you be seeking ways to throw me out onto the street without a penny to my name?
No, Luke, this isn't a divorce. I just told you this is only temporary. Are you really having a sulk because of what she said yesterday?
I am having a sulk because you believe her. You stormed out and now you're asking for us to split up?
Then say something. Then do anything in this past, little while to be like, I just want you to know that this is not the case, you know? Do anything apart from sulking like a cunt.
Soon enough, you'll want to throw me out like I'm a piece of trash.
I already want that.
Do you think I would be this calm if I believed her, Lucille Mitchell right?
I'm still happy your name's Lucille.
Because believe me, if I did, well, it wouldn't be pretty. Besides, I know how you feel about children. It makes her whole statement laughable.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh my god. His mouth draws into a thin line, and I can't bring myself to comment on his half-hearted reply. To me, the silence that follows feels oppressive. It only emphasizes the wall that's been built up in my OBSence! And his hubris. Nailed it! And it looms between us, keeping us apart. Fucking nailed it.
When are you leaving? In a week?
It won't take that long to pack. After All Saints, perhaps? I'll go and inform the staff of this.
He only nods. OBS. I wish I had OBS senses to tell me, what I'm doing wrong with OBS, because I'd be lying if I said that didn't disappoint me. During breakfast, Hannah asked Luke for a break. She'd be moving back to the penthouse a couple of days. Despite trying to remain aloof, her husband accused her of wanting divorce, and Hannah insisted that she simply needed a break from him. Okay, hopefully this is good. Hopefully this is she gets to get away from the mansion and everything will be fine. instead of the alternate of it's her going to die alone. Yay! I expected more resistance. The man could be stubborn as a mule if he wants to be. Perhaps I can leave now just to spite him. But that isn't like me. Even if this does end with a divorce, a thing we both surely wish to avoid, and still leave on amicable terms. There's no point in making a mountain out of a molehill.
What are you still doing here?
Eat my dick and leave, Luke.
Just leave. You still have some packing to do, don't you?
I hope you suffer.
Go ahead. I won't stop you.
Couldn't if you tried, bitch. Fuck you. God, I hate him. Go ahead. And do nothing. There isn't much to do, it seems, whenever I step up to the plate to try and take responsibility for something. Perhaps because everything is already being handled by someone hired specifically for the job. With Johannes overseeing the staff and Luke handling everything else as a whole, doesn't leave much for me. Please do not go down to the basement, you fucking dweeb. Can't even take the job of delegation because all it takes is a word for one of the senior staff and everything will be taken care of for me. I'm so much. Yeah, he is just the whole of the day. Ugh. Moving in here a few days ago may have very well been the chore that took most effort from me. That didn't even take any real effort at all.
Yes, Hannah, go buy a mansion in the middle of nowhere. Good idea. Great plan.
There are no dishes to set aside and busy myself with. Any mess left behind is now nearly non-existent. To sit on a counter while eating cake is supposed to be my next plan. Alas, there isn't even one to finish off, and I don't really know what brought me to the kitchen in the first place. Please do not go in the basement! Not like I'm craving anything else, nor do I have any unfinished business left here. But there's a calling to this room. No! Speaking of calling, why not do just that? Might as well, since I have nothing else to do. At least that will require some effort on my part. With how cut off from the rest of Luxborn the mansion is, and with how long it was abandoned before we moved in, having a landline is out of the question. Solutions, supposed to be, are mobiles, but though it isn't much considering how spotty the signal is in this area. It'll take a bit of maneuvering to even get a single bar as it is. Takes a bit, as I said it would. I have to park my rear on one of the cold drawers, but it suits me just fine. Another matter that needs my effort is who to call. She who must not be named is certainly off the list. It doesn't leave much in the category of close friends who attended the party, along with the category of who else is awake at this early hour. Soon enough, I manage and the call goes through.
Hello, Rebecca Gales here.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Who's this?
Good morning, Becky.
Hannah? Oh, wait, how did you get my number?
You responded to your RSVP through the phone. It's all saved in here, of course. I thought I'd like to say hi and make plans and get together sometime.
God. See, okay, here's the thing. I very much empathize with Hannah right now. I'm calling her Hannah because I'm not calling her Hannah. Because when me and Brogue moved in together, so we live in a small place outside of Glasgow now, and I've got some friends in Glasgow, but I don't have any friends of my own right here. So it can be very isolating sometimes, and that's spooky. And I'm like, Hannah, please, yes, find friends, be friends with friends, find people. I hope you're okay. I love you.
Also, I'd love to hear news about your mother and father, and about you, my dear. Oh, I hope I didn't wake you up.
Oh, you're good. It's sports day at school today, so I was just prepping for that.
Figures that you'd be a teacher as well. I'm sure your students must absolutely adore you.
Don't know about that.
Mathematics?
History, actually. Anyway, it's real nice to know you've got my number. I was going to ask for yours because Mom wanted to keep in touch.
Oh, be friends. Oh.
You could have asked, silly girl. I would have gladly given it to you.
Couldn't, though, because, well, the thing that happened. But really am sorry, though. I gotta run. School, schedule, stuff. Is there anything else you want to say? Don't want to use the mobile while driving.
Good girl.
Oh, of course, of course. I shouldn't keep you. But I wanted to thank you for your company yesterday.
Not a problem.
I was hoping you could thank Zachary on my behalf as well. He was really kind and wonderful.
Well, you can tell him that yourself if you want.
Ooh.
I can give you his number.
Oh, no, I don't want to be a bother. Intruding on his privacy.
Pretty sure he'd be fine with it. If you two on a first-name basis and all. So his number, right, it's...
The call starts to go static, much to my frustration. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's not what static is. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's not static. Ooh. Ooh, bad. Ooh, bad. Ooh, bad. Ooh, bad. Strange clicking noise drowns out most of her words, too. I can barely understand what she's saying.
7876.
Oh, there's a static. Line completely dies. Fuck me! Do not. I feel a headache coming along. It's just that if this game kills me because I'm not staying with my shitbag husband, I'm mad. It's just building up, starting from a light throbbing on one side of my head. Bloop, lorp. The static's gone, and that helps a lot. There's still an incessant, horrible clicking. Again and again and again. Which doesn't make sense. The mobile's turned off, isn't it? And if it's not coming from the phone, then where? Do not go down the hatch! Looking about, I can't help but let my eyes be drawn to the hatch leading to the wine cellar once more. So when the clicking stops and I can hear the crying, the familiar crying from before. Had to call Rebecca Gales, hoping to catch up with an old friend. The talk got interrupted by a horrible clicking and the cry of a woman from the wine cellar. Do not do this to me. What happened the other day when I was told nobody should be down there? This is a bad time. I tried to forget it because of how it unsettled me so. One can hardly do that when I'm looking at the very thing I'm trying to forget. Somebody's crying down there again. But if I leave it alone, it simply won't stop bothering me for the rest of the day. They might have forgotten to lock it. Party going on.
This again? If somebody is pulling my leg, I will not be happy.
No, do not! Bitch, do not! Bitch, what are you doing, bitch? Bitch, what are you doing, bitch? Bitch, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Bitch, what are you doing? Absolutely not. Sure enough, all it takes is a bit of a pull to open. Hi, Dex, this is gonna go very badly, very quickly. As I look down to the cellar, a sense of uneasiness washes over me. I'm not excited. It isn't just the sudden onset of vertigo and nausea, but also the darkness. Suffocating. And as I look down, it's as if it's looking back at me. I worry that something will suddenly pull me into the deep. I'm gonna vomit. I already feel very sick right now. I might vomit. Okay. The cries down beneath the shrieks that start echoing in my head. The cries drown beneath the shrieks that start echoing in my head, high and shrill like nails being dragged across a chalkboard. They're all screaming, shouting at me to leave and not go down to the cellar, you dingus. I can just feel her rage every time I press the space bar. The fear grabs me. Help me. He wants to drown me, drag me down and crush me in the very depths of darkness until there's nothing left of me. The deep abyss waits for me. I also don't trust, like, her not showing up the second I press it, because it's done that before where I press a thing and then halfway through the sentence it's like, hi! I don't trust any moment of this fucking time. For my death. They're all calling for it. This is a nightmare. Oh, what? There's a rope around my neck, and I can feel the rest of me being torn apart. And they're still screaming. I'm screaming. Though it's not my voice that escapes my lips. It claws through, climbing up and forcing its way up my throat like putrid bile. I choke and gag, yet I scream and shriek all at the same time. And I'm me, but not me. What? Oh, what? Wait, what? No, oh no, I didn't mean to skip it. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip it. Oh, I didn't mean to skip it. I thought it said, do the thing for, oh, sorry, oops, sorry. Okay. Okay. What does it want me to do, though? Oh, E. Oh, shit. Fuck. Z. Shit me. Bad. Oh, this is bad. V. Okay. Okay, what the fuck was that? I didn't have time to even, I didn't really have time to look at it. I didn't really have time to look at it. Wait. What changed? What changed in that? What changed in that? What changed in the relationships? What changed in the relationships? It doesn't say anything that changed, but it says something changed. What? Oh no, maybe that was from before. Maybe it was from before. It might have been from before. Okay, no, it was from before. It's fine. We're good. Okay, that's fine. Rip Hannah X Zach. No! Rip Hannah X Marianne. No, Zach as well. I just kind of want her to be with anyone that's not her husband. Remember when she and Marianne were supposed to go on a date? Wonder if that happened. I wonder if I get to go on that date. I wonder if I get to go on that date. I want them to date. Look. It pushes me down to my knees before I'm prone and vulnerable on my stomach. It makes me tumble, and I can feel my whole body seizing, writhing on the floor. So was it the same woman as before? Because she looked a bit more red, but I was too busy like looking for the symbols to really look at the woman, you know? Everything and nothing hurts. It feels like I'm on the verge of death. And if I'm not dying, I nearly wish I actually am.
Hannah? Hannah, what is going on in here?
Luke, go away, I hate you.
Why are you?
Prince.
No. No, do not go back to him. Seeing Luke, something snaps back, and I'm able to take a gasp of air from my own volition for the first time in what feels like centuries. I would have rejoiced and cried his name if the pain did not still rack my body. No, don't go back to— fuck off! No, piss off! Oh, piss off! Oh, what is that one? Resist the mansion's influence. Okay, well that's good, but ugh, go away, Luke. Fuck off. Instead, all I can do is stare listlessly as he comes to my side and lifts me up, cradling me in his arm. Ugh, leave! He tries to get me to my feet, perhaps to take me out of here. But all he's able to do is get me to sit, make sure that I'm not thrashing on the floor. I can still feel my muscles in spasm, limbs jerking like a puppet on a string. Luke holds me tight and keeps me still so that I don't hurt myself anymore. Whatever it is that happened, it has my mind feeling frayed and battered. Eventually the pain dies down to a dull ache and my own tongue stops feeling like cotton. It's only now that I can feel the wetness on my cheeks, tears streaking down my face. Coughing racks my body, now I don't feel like choking. And it all feels so horrible. I don't care. I don't care.
Please.
What happened here?
I don't care, Luke, go away.
Who did this to you?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
No!
Shh, it's all right. You're safe now, Hannah.
No!
You're safe now.
No! Oh, boo! Boo! Ah, well, okay, good, we get to be with Zachary, but... Ugh. Can't believe that we're fucking back with our stupid husband. I mean, it's better than being dead. So good news, we didn't kill Hannah, or I guess get her possessed by the house, is what that said, I guess. So that's good. That's a busy bonus. Okay, well, we're on Zach. We get to spend more time with Zach. God, I love him. If we find out he's a serial killer, I'm gonna be so mad, huh? I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, he's 31, he's 6 foot, he's a freelance photographer, he's American, he's agnostic, he's got a diploma in digital film, so do I. He likes pie, photography, filmography, documentaries, cooking, acoustic guitar, and video games.
Hey, me and Zach should be together, huh? Ismay and Zach should be together, huh? I fell in love with him so bad. I fell in love with him so bad. I love him so bad is the only problem. Before his parents' death, he lived in New Jersey, where his family owned a diner and bakery. He and his older sister were orphaned due to a hate crime. Oh my god. They were forced to move to England, where their grandparents lived. He'd loved cooking and helping out their old diner, but he grew lazy and disinterested after the incident. Did not help it, he was one of few blacks in a predominantly white community at home. His passion for the visual arts was sparked when he found old Polaroids and home movies of his parents. Freelancing helped pay his rent, but the man had long set his sights on the indie film scene. It was during the creation of his first documentary that a robbery occurred that Ashton was there to investigate. Being in the wrong place in the wrong time led to Zachary being placed as a suspect, but the rookie detective helped him clear his name. Okay, so we get to be Zach, which is great. Hannah didn't die, which I'm happy with, or again, get possessed by a house. But she is apparently safe with her shit-fuck husband. Love it. Links. Okay, so what day is this? The pleasant aroma hits me long before I cross the threshold. Faint, but light and warm. A reminder of what home is. Pa's stern, but bending gaze. Ma's tender smiles. Sunlight filtering through the eaves in the morning. And the distinct smell of cinnamon and vanilla as it drifts through the air every time something cooks from the room. The room. Our room. Ma and Pa's pride and joy. My sister and I too, eventually. But we ain't allowed in there. Not yet. Not until we're taller or older. It's a dream. Not until we've learned how to take care of ourselves and not burn our hands or reach the cupboards without having to be lifted.
But a little peek wouldn't hurt, yeah?
This is like old young Zach, and that's a weird vibe. The floorboards are cold under my feet, and more than it usually is. The walls more forbidden than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. Ma's singing ceases, and Pa...
No, please wait!
Oh no, are we nightmaring about them dying? Please don't nightmare about them dying.
I'll be good! I'll sleep on time! Don't go!
Can't hear Pa. Yeah, cool, we're nightmaring about them dying. Dope. Not above the raucous clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies. It's only the blinding fear. My foot slips, the red sea that catches me is bitter and frigid, but that blood that drips in my hand is warm. It ain't my blood. Walls tumble and everything goes quiet. My boy. 25th. 25th. It's the 25th. It's the 25th, so we're here. Oh! This is the day after. Oh no! This is the day after Isabella died! Are we about to find out that Isabella died? Oh, don't are we about to find out that Isabella died? No! Oh no. Well, we get over it real quick because tomorrow we go and take pictures for Hannah, so okay. First few notes, while muffled, are enough to wake me. It takes a few moments for everything to fall into place, for my eyes to adjust to the light streaming into the room.
Look at his little fishy.
I'm assuming this is his house. Look at his little fishy, like, welcome mat, I guess?
His little fish. Little fish. A little guitar.
This giant fucking coffee cup. Holy dink. Okay. Despite the pleasant chill the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me, and my blanket is a tangled mess around my throat. One of those nights again, where sleep passes like a blink and is played with vague, fuzzy thoughts. Guess who got PTSD? It's your boy. I love you, my PTSD buddy. I lift a hand to rub away the drowsiness from my eyes, although it does little to relieve the gritty burning sensation from my eyelids. Outside, the sun is yet to peek over the horizon, but night has already given way to the cool morning light. washing everything in subtle gray hues. At this hour, the entire city remains unstirring. Ordinarily, waking up before my own alarm means abusing the snooze button, twice or thrice, just to catch those precious few extra minutes of sleep. But the persistent ringing makes it impossible now.
This better be good.
I love you. Groggily, I scramble for the bag sitting at the foot of the bed. Oh, it's not good. It's the knowledge that your friend's dead. Oh. God. The ringing still hasn't stopped even as I fish the phone out. Nash's name flashes brightly on the screen when I turn it on. Must be pretty urgent if he hasn't dropped the call yet.
Where are you?
I don't want to find out that I don't want to find out that past me is dead because of is face stupid.
Ashton, it's 6 in the morning. Sun hasn't even risen. Hell, my brain ain't even awake yet. What do you need?
Get your ass here, pronto.
Here? Hold on. Can't this wait until I'm actually awake?
Oh.
No, Rebecca's not.
His voice hitches, and I fail to catch the last of what he's saying over the sudden racket on the other side of the line. When the noise dies down, however, he does not continue. There's a man looking at me, and he very much did not appreciate my elf onesie. This abrupt change in his tone, the unexpected hesitance to speak puts me on edge, and a different kind of anxiety clings to me. Something's wrong.
Here is where, Ash?
Ermengarde Memorial Hospital. ER.
Oh.
Becca's already there.
Wait.
I need to be off somewhere.
Wait, ER, that might mean not dead. Oh my god, maybe I'm not dead. Maybe Isabella's not dead. Isabella might not be dead. Wait. Maybe she is. Oh god, okay.
Just get there, please.
Drops the call before I can ask more. Why would we be going to an ER if she's dead? Do not fuck me like this, bro. Maybe it's just me or my sleep-addled brain, but in that short moment he sounds almost as if he's pleading. The thought alone does not ease the lump of dread gripping my insides, already heavy with fear. But despite the questions currently swimming inside my head, I waste no time in getting dressed. The rest of the day's plans and scheduled meetings effectively forgotten. Whatever lies ahead, I hope the same one of those many times where my intuition is right. I want to see where our relationship levels are at. Oh, it's so high with Isabella. I forgot how high we got that with Isabella. Also, it should not be that high with Hannah. We've not met her yet. We've not met her yet. We have not met her yet. We have not met her yet. Maybe she's barely alive and you have to have her die in your arms. Do not. Why would you even say this? How dare you? Your sister's watching the new episode of Riverdale? Oh. Yeah, I didn't know how much was out. So okay. Here, look. I like Riverdale because it's ridiculous. Riverdale is one of the most ridiculous fucking things. I like it because it's like I love Desperate Housewives because it was fucking ridiculous. This, oh my god, Riverdale is ridiculous bullshit. There's like, hey, look at this like happy comic. How about we make it like a serial killer loose in the world?
Oh, thank you for hosting, my sweet angels.
And now in this, see, yeah, no, but now, oh, so Cheryl is my one true love, and I love her so much. I love her so much. I will watch that show to the ends of the earth, provided that she's on it. I don't care about anything else. I just want my little fucking kick-ass lesbian queen to reign supreme in this world. I don't give no shits. What I'm not super into right now is this fucking Riverdale plotline that is 100% them being like, you know what leads? You know what? You play Dungeons and Dragons and it leads to devil worship. All these kids, when they play the Dungeons and Dragons, or like whatever they call it, like gargoyles and gorgons or some shit, they're like, no, look, when their little child minds do not understand, when they play the Dungeons and Dragons, they think it's real and they lose the dang marbles. I'm like, I'm done. I thought that this fucking thing was no long, like, I didn't think that people still like gave in to this, and especially because it's like it's a Netflix original, like the Stranger Things. So, and it's got a lot of crossover characters, like not actual crossover characters, but it's got a lot of like the actors are the same in both. And so on one hand, you've got one that's just like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons is really cool, and like it allows you to, well, it allows these kids to like relate to the real life things that are happening, which is dope. And then now we've got Riverdale. It's like, no, it leads to the devil worship, and kids will kill themselves because of the game. Fuck off. Oh, I'm done. I would watch it from the beginning. Look, I like the show a lot. It's ridiculous. It's so over the top and ridiculous, and I like that. And you get to go through Cheryl being the lesbian goddess that she is, and I love her. I'm just the most in love with that girl. Holy shit. Christ on a cracker. But yeah, it just gets stupider every season, and I like that. Okay, so look how much we like everyone. We just met Hannah, but we like her a lot. Well, we've not met Hannah yet. We do not know either. Well, no, we do know Luke. Well, not yet. But we do not like it. We don't really know Marianne, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh god, please don't be dead. Okay. The scent of hospitals never did grow on me. Too fresh, too medicinal, too sterile. And if I'm to go down the more morbid train of thought, I'd say the air smells a little like blood and death if one pays closer attention. I hate hospitals. Okay.
I don't really go to the doctor that much.
I need to go to the doctor. I've just signed up for the GP here. Because I desperately need to go because I am living a life that is unsustainable because of my horrendous periods. Life is bad. Oh god, I'm gonna go to the doctor and get something because I can't do this anymore. But I hate hospitals. The first time that I was actually in a hospital for like an extended stay, like for me, was on last Boxing Day, like this last Boxing Day, because I was in immense pain and I couldn't move, and I was like, cool, let's go to the hospital, and essentially I was fine, but it was bad and I hated it. It smelled bad and they made me wait for ages and I didn't have anything to do and it was bad. Unpleasant memories. Blech. I'm not saying the recent birth of my niece is one, of course. That has been a good milestone for both me and my sister's family. It's simply unfortunate that the disinfectant has to be everywhere for something anyone wants to commit to memory.
Did Isabella ever feel this way when she visits her father?
The same odor assaults my senses as I make my way through the corridors in search of the emergency room. Recently renovated, according to one of the guards I asked for direction. Considering how long the place has been around, I'm not surprised they already made plans to modernize. Gotta keep up with the times, they say, especially for a place where lives are saved. I don't have time to admire the new work, though. Soon the person I'm searching for comes into view. Becca's sitting still on one of the few benches lining the hall, her head bowed and her shoulders rising and falling in small rhythm with her breathing. Oh, this is bad. Okay. A small pile of papers and various other personal effects have been arranged neatly beside her. And is that blood on those? I try to ignore the foreboding feeling as it sends me as I reach for her and shake her awake.
Rebecca! I'm here. Wake up.
She opens her eyes at the second tap, along with a small yawn of her own. The hospital's bright lighting, the dark circles under her eyes are more noticeable. Her voice is still rough with sleep when she...
Zach, did Ash call you in?
Pretty much. Woke me up, actually. Said it was urgent. What happened?
He didn't tell you?
Not really. He just said I needed to be
She's
here.
alive, she's alive, she's alive, she's alive.
Is everything all right?
Alive.
It sounded pretty urgent when he called. The way that guy phrased it, I thought for sure you had gotten into an accident or something.
Rebecca shifts in her chair, smooths a hand over her face and lets out a sigh weighted enough with fatigue as she does so.
I'm sorry, Zachary. It's just been a long night. I don't really know how I'm supposed to break this to you. Ashton should be the one doing this, but...
The guy's busy again. No worries. You could tell me anything.
No, it's Isabella.
Also, wait, I just want to, point out here, they keep being like, oh, like it looks like Zach and Isabella aren't actually very good friends. We're like on the same level with Isabella here. Like not now, obviously, but at the, because you can't really see that because my dang face is in the way. But still, like Isabella's one is like nearly full, but like it started like here. Oh wait, it started like here, which is like on the same level as Rebecca. So I don't know what they're talking about when they're just like, oh, they don't really look like friends real good, huh?
I'm afraid I can't quite follow, ma'am.
You weren't entirely wrong. But it wasn't me, obviously. Last night,
Which is live.
She got into an accident. A car accident. She was hurt pretty bad and they had to rush her here.
Oh, no, not dead, not dead, I didn't kill her. I didn't kill her. A lump has suddenly lodged itself into my throat, making it difficult to get the next words out.
How bad exactly are we talking about here, Rebecca?
Critical.
Oh, fuck, never mind.
But I don't know. I didn't see her myself. When I came here, she was already in the ER. Has been since last night.
Please.
And Ash?
He's looking into the crash. He hasn't called again, but he promised to keep us updated.
Another heavy sigh comes out of her. Abruptly, she stands and starts pacing, her trembling fingers laced tightly together in front of her. She continues for a good minute, treading the hall in short, uneven steps before stopping and pressing both of her palms over her eyes. I really hope that we don't, like, get to go in and see her and they'll be like, actually, it looks good. It looks like she might pull through. And then us be like, thank God, and then turn away and look back and the creepy bitch is standing over her and, like, pulls the plug kind of thing. I hope that that's not the case. I hope that this is not like, us being inspired to look into the ghost because we see it because it kills her. I hope this is not the case.
I called her out, you know? I promised I'll treat her to dinner if she gets out of her room. I was only hoping it would cheer her up after the news. The one about her co-worker yesterday. And now, I should have just kept my mouth shut. If I did, then maybe she'd still be.
Oh, no, like, I've heard on good authority if she stayed in her room, she'd die anyway.
Hey, don't blame yourself. You had no idea this would happen. An accident is an accident. If there's someone you should hold responsible for this, it's that ass who ran her over. Ash will find that guy, don't worry.
I wish it were that easy. God, it's one after another, Zachary. And no one will tell me anything. I came in here asking for her, and all they said was, she's in critical condition, ma'am. What are we supposed to do? I want to do something. I need to do something, but I can't. Not when she's still in there. Still fighting for her life.
Wish I can give her the answer she wants to hear right now. That's always been the hardest part in circumstances like this. Always out of our control, always out of our hands. I mean, I can say to her right now, okay, you need to take a break. Okay, you need to take a break might be like condescending, you know? Like, oh, you need to just like chill, even though this is not a situation you can chill. But like, also she's been told a lot that there's nothing we can do. Break. Rebecca doesn't have to move nor pull away when I lay a reassuring hand on her back and lead her to an empty seat. Things are not as bleak as they appear. I doubt she'd freely accept the gesture, strong-willed as she is.
I know you're worried, Rebecca. We all are. But you have to think about yourself, too. I'll be straight with you. You look like you're a few steps away from falling over. How do you think Bella will react if she sees you like this right now?
You don't have to mince words with me. Just say I look like horse dung, Zachary. I won't be mad.
I like that. Don't mince your words. Tell me I look like poopy feces dunkaroos. Like, what are you? Okay.
All right, ma'am. You look like you stepped and rolled in a pile of horse dung today. Not the same thing, but the way you are, there doesn't seem to be any difference.
There. Wasn't that easy? But yeah, she'll scold me. Believe me, Belle will. She whines with how bossy I am every time, but she doesn't realize how she's every bit of a mother hen as I am. Don't tell her I said that. And then maybe she'll laugh after. She never does stay mad with anyone for long.
That she does. Or you could always offer her food.
You don't have to tell me. That has always been a last resort. It works every time.
Look at us talking like she's gone and left us.
I'm sure it's nothing like that.
Fine.
I think this is just us hoping we won't lose her.
We won't.
You sound very sure.
Well, times like this, the only thing left to do is to hope. Maybe pray for the best. But I don't want to believe those guys inside aren't doing the best they can to save her. They have to be if they've been at it for hours. And Isabella's... you know how she is.
She's stubborn. I think that's a good thing. I want to believe she'll make it through because of that alone. I'm a mess, aren't I? One unfortunate incident, and I'm all ready to give up hope. Can't even keep myself together when nothing final has been said yet.
We all are. A mess, I mean. In more ways than one.
We let the silence fall and the words hang between us. Because the truth in those feel... Oh, right. It's not the truth in those feels. No, it's the truth in those. The truth in those feels more tangible than what little hope we've both been clinging to. I thought they were using feels like all the feels. That would have been so weird and discordant. Somewhere far off the hall, I can almost hear the faint beeping of machines. Which one is Isabella's, I wonder? How is she doing? How long are we supposed to wait? She pull through. But it's always the waiting, ain't it? More than the fretting. It's always the long, excruciating hours that follows, blurring everything in between and slowing it down. By the point we've both drank through our third cup of coffee, we've already lost track of the minutes we've been sitting here. There's no idle chatter between us, only companionship and what little support we could give each other. Which is not much, considering how long the two of us have known each other. Better for Ash to be here instead of me, or Isabella, if only she didn't have a different battle to fight right now. The meter says that we're just as good friends. Whatever. Then again, we won't be here if she ain't. The door finally creaks open and a voice calls for us. None of the world shifts back into focus the way I'm expecting it would. It's Rebecca who handles it with much patience and tact while I sit on the sides. It's her who faces the nurse, who listens to him, who nods and wordlessly follows when he gestures for us to do so, all in spite of the weariness I've beating down on her. A different kind of burden now after that talk. I'm almost too afraid to ask. She's alive, she's alive, she's alive. She's alive! Oh, she's alive! Okay, she's alive. She's alive. Zachary received an alarming phone call from Ashton telling him to go to Memorial Hospital immediately, and exhausted Rebecca informed him that Isabella got into a car accident in a critical state and had been put in a induced coma to keep her alive. Okay, I mean, that's bad, but it's not like, it's not dead yet. Oh, don't say yet. Okay. You'd love this room. The moment the nurse opens the door and the soft late morning sunlight greets us from the sole window, I know she would. It might be a little inappropriate to think that now, but she's well. Isabella will say the same thing. She has, after all, favored the sun. Always favored the sun. Reminds her a little of home, she said. Reminds me a little of her too, to be frank. In the background, the heart monitor blips faintly in steady rhythm. Not an easy sight to see, covered in bandages, a thick cast on her leg and neck, with all these wires and tubes attached to her. Looks nothing but frail like this. And still. Too still. She's never still, and yet here she is, breathing too quiet for comfort even as the ventilator pumps oxygen into her.
They have to keep monitoring her.
But she's okay now? We'll just have to wait?
Not exactly. She isn't out of the woods yet.
But alive, right? I mean, she's here. Even with all this stuff attached to her, she's gonna be fine, yeah?
Lets out a breath. Probably the 13th one since I've joined her here, and flops unceremoniously onto a nearby chair. Carefully, she reaches up and gives Isabella's bandaged hand a light squeeze. Wait. It's closer. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's meant to be encouragement for the patient or her. But for all her hesitance, I'm glad it's Rebecca who has to break whatever news this is. If this is Ashton, he'd drop it without any sort of preamble. For a detective looking to get answers, it works. For people waiting on the edge, it doesn't always.
I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. The doctors, they had to put her in an induced coma. They had to after the seizures. It wasn't looking good. Something about the trauma and the head injury from the accident did that. I know I should have listened better. I'm sorry, Zachary. Half of it didn't even sink in. All I understood was she's on life support now, but they aren't expecting her to make it. Her chances aren't good from the start.
Oh, good. No, she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
They can't just say that. They don't know her. I'll talk to them. They'll see reason if I just...
I did, all right? Already did. I told them to get their asses together. Even made a promise to try.
But you mentioned they still have to monitor her. That means they haven't given up on her, right?
They haven't. I insisted. But with how things are, they said she might never wake up. And if she ever does, she might not be the same anymore. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I was angry when I told them that, and it just came out of my mouth.
I like this face. Sorry, this is not a perp, but this is a good face for her. Her like, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Maybe they're right. Maybe I should have just let them...
You did the right thing, Rebecca.
You don't know that. What if she doesn't want this? Do you see all of these? Wires and tubes and bandages everywhere. She's barely herself, clinging to dear life as it is. She can't even hear us. Doesn't even know there are people here worried sick for her.
The point is she's still here. Don't beat yourself up over what ifs. This ain't over for her, alright? I've seen people recover from even worse. Have some faith in her.
Yeah. I do have faith in her.
You know what? I think this is just a lack of sleep talking. You been here since when? Last night? Go get some rest, Miss Gales.
But Isabella's...
I'll take care of her, don't you worry. We can do shifts if you want. But go home first. We'll talk about that later when you ain't looking like you're about to fall apart. If you keep going like this, you're the one who'll end up here next.
Rebuttal I'm expecting from her for even suggesting the idea doesn't come. To my surprise, she merely chuckles.
This feels like a conversation I had with Isabella a few days ago. I said the exact same thing to her.
Then maybe it's a sign you should rest. Let me take over from now.
Maybe. But I'll keep that in mind. Are you sure you'll be fine alone? I'll come back this evening. So if you need anything picked up, I can get it for you.
Nah, no problem on that front. Besides, if I do need something, my apartment's just a few blocks away. Skip and a hop, that's all I need.
Good.
Focus on getting some sleep. Let me take care of this for a few hours. Do it for everyone's sake,
We'll do. Thanks, Zachary. If something changes with her, promise me you'll call.
You'll be the first one to know, ma'am. Well, if it comes to that. I hope the news I bring will be better than the one we got this morning. Crazy thing having to wake up to this.
I hope so too. I'll see you later.
Rebecca manages a weak smile before turning and heading out of the room. When the door clicks shut behind her, it does so with little finality. Like saying this won't be the last, that our stay here won't be as brief as we're all hoping. Beside me, the beeping of the machines remains unceasing. The distinct but familiar scent pervading the room persists as it wraps itself into the room's only occupants. Altogether, a different memory burns itself in my mind. There's something personal in the melody threading itself into my consciousness. A hum, pleasant in every note, lingers in the air and carries with my every shift. It reminds me of our room, of a little place my sister and I once called home, and of a promise made several springs ago, back when our walls are bare and everything's still foreign and new. The soft rustling wakes me long before I can fully remember. Do not do the thing. Do not do the thing I was scared of. Do not do the thing I was scared of, you rat bastard game. Someone's speaking in the room. in hushed whispers, muttering words like a secret not meant for my ears to hear.
This is stupid.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. It takes a little while for the recognition to sink in and remind myself where I am. Sure enough, when I shift my gaze up, Ashton's there, leaning casually against the edge of the bed, arms folded across his chest, while sporting a pensive expression on his face. It's fine, 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 it's fine. Okay, it's fine. I say it's close to wistful, but this is Ash. And with the room's lights dimmed down, one really can't tell.
Hey, Ash.
If my sudden movement surprised him, it only shows in the slight lifting of his eyebrows before he acknowledges me with a small nod.
How long have you been here?
Just came in a few seconds ago.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you.
Figures. It's not a problem. You probably need to rest anyway.
You're the one talking. You look like shit.
So I've been told.
Seriously, how long have you been up?
18, 20 hours or so? It doesn't matter. I'll get some shut-eye later. Where's Rebecca?
I sent her home early, but she'll be back too.
Both of us turned just in time to see Rebecca ease the door open and step inside. She's brought a traveling bag with her, and from the way she transfers its load to her other hand, it's heavy enough with things for maybe 2 or so days worth of sleeping out. I don't know what to say to that, quite frankly. Or if I'm even supposed to question her about it. Ashton, no doubt, has a remark or two about it, but before any of us could comment, she raises a hand to stop us.
It's not mine.
3 words, and they're all telling enough. Just like that, an awkward silence descends in the room. All of a sudden, just the mention of her has become some sort of taboo between us. Funny when she's just lying a few inches away from us. God knows if she's even aware of us. Even in this quiet, I can hear her laughing. We're making a big deal out of this, she'll say. It isn't anyone's fault, but it's obvious that one way or another, each of us hold our own selves responsible for what happened, however irrational that sounds. Plenty of what-ifs, should-have, and could-haves going around. It's almost stifling.
Always prepared, ain't you?
I just packed what she'll be needing for a few days. I figured it'll be easier for me to bring her things since I live next door. Go take a break now, Zachary. I'll stay with her until tomorrow when her aunt gets here. She's flying over from the other side of the country. Heard she had to file a leave to get here as soon as possible. Oh, what a mess all of this is.
Don't you have class tomorrow? You sure about that?
I can always call for a leave, too. I've got plenty, since I rarely ever use those. Someone has to stay here after...
No, I'll take it from here.
It's not that his offer is in any way unexpected. It's not even the way he delivers it. Ash may seem distant to other people, rude to some, downright embarrassing to a few, but to those he keeps close, I'm positive he'll never hesitate to show some willingness to help. He cares, he really does, simply in his own unorthodox way. I'm sure Rebecca's aware of this too, more than anyone. With the tight expression on her face, her strained grip on the bag, and the stiff line on her shoulders suggests a different kind of understanding. Even the sharp, biting tone of her voice takes despite the meaning in her words.
You don't have to do that. Zachary and I can handle this for a few days.
Both of you already had your turn with this. It wouldn't hurt to have another person helping out.
This isn't some sort of a competition, Ash. We're doing this because someone has to be here for her.
Yes, like him.
I'm not making this one. I just volunteered, didn't I?
Don't you have an investigation to finish?
And Zach has freelance gigs in line for the next few days. You have students to teach. Don't push it, Becca. All 3 of us have things to take care of on our own. But between us, it should be easier to find some time to...
Fine. Good.
If she's being an asshole right now, because she's like,
But you just you like her.
I'm like, oh, girl, she's in a coma. Fucking chill. Her voice is almost too quiet. Like the calm on the eve of a brewing storm.
Do what you want.
She doesn't give him a chance to get another word in. In 3 steps, she closes the distance between them and hands him the bag. A little more force than necessary, in my opinion. Then, with nothing more than a sharp glare at him, she marches out the door. Maybe it's just me, but in the brief instance our eyes meet, hiding behind that flash of anger is her. Girl, she's in a fucking coma. God, I cannot handle this fucking stupid plot. I cannot handle that stupid fucking plot line. I don't know. I hate it. Something happened when I wasn't looking? Certainly doesn't seem that way from the way Ash is acting.
You go ahead, Zach. I'll take over for now.
Are you sure this is fine?
Yeah, sure. It's not like this is a hard task. I'll probably get more sleep here than if I stay at the precinct or in my car. I'll call when something changes with Isabella, if that's what you're concerned about.
Do you have a house?
You ain't worried?
About what?
I'd say Rebecca, but he doesn't seem to have noticed earlier's exchange. Regardless, I'm not the kind of person who finds joy in prying, and it's certainly none of my business. On top of that, we have Isabella here, bedridden. Rebecca's right. It's one problem after another, and to be truthful, I kind of want to ask for a little breathing room anyway. But that ain't all how it always goes. But that ain't always how it goes, ain't it? Ain't it?
This, everything, the accident. I don't know. You tell me. You were there, weren't you?
That gives him pause, his hand stopping short of placing the bag on the table. Judging by the conflicted look on his face, he doesn't know how to respond to that. Yet.
About this, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll find out myself who did this and make sure that bastard gets his just desserts.
So you do have an idea who?
Vaguely, but nothing conclusive yet. I'd rather not say anything until we've got everything sorted out. It's a huge mess. This and that other case. It might even be related for all we know. Thinking about it gives me a headache.
He lifts a hand and pinches the bridge of his nose. His eyes are squeezed tight in what's perhaps a struggle not to overthink. Or keep whatever frustration he feels at a considerable distance, preferably far enough so he can think clearly. When he's like this, it's better to leave him alone with his thoughts. But as I'm about to pull the door open, ready to take my leave, he calls out.
Do me a favor, Zach. Make sure you keep away from the rights this time. Tell Rebecca the same thing.
The name rings a bell, though at present I can't recall where I've heard it recently. Nevertheless, I nod, if only to give him some peace of mind. This guy already has enough on his plate.
I'll remember that. See you later.
If you catch up to Becca, make sure she gets home safe.
Will do. Go get some sleep yourself.
I throw him one last look, even though at this point I'm not sure what I'm searching for in his face. Reassurance, some sort of encouragement or proof that everything will be alright. I won't dare ask anymore. Not when he's doing this, looking forlorn like he's failed a lot of people. One person in particular. With one last wave, I close the door behind me, leaving wishes of hope and a whole slew of unspoken remorse and concerns in the room. Zach volunteered to watch over Isabella while Rebecca got some rest. That night, Ashton and Rebecca visited, ended up in an argument over who should take watch from Zach. In the end, Rebecca stormed out and left an insistent Ashton to it. My apartment is more than a welcome sight after everything. Although it's small and begs for a little cleaning and repair, it is, at the end of the day, the closest I have to respite. Sure, my sister would have a thing or two to say about the mess every time she visits, but it's still home to me. A mild draft sweeps into the room as I close the door behind me, slightly disturbing the papers on the nearby fridge. Most of them schedules, lists, and tasks for the next few days. Something to keep me busy while I sort myself out. And now with what happened to Isabella, something to temporarily take my mind off things. A lone note flutters by my feet. The letters on the surface glaring at me with mute intensity do not have it. Okay. Whew, ha! Ermagerd Mansion, H. Wright, 11 a.m. After Ashton's warning, they all hold a different meaning now. Zach headed straight home after a long day. A photo shoot with Hannah Wright at the Ermagerd Mansion was on his schedule for tomorrow. After Ashton's warnings about the couple, he now felt anxious about the whole thing. Why is this? Oh, okay. Oh, weird. Okay, weird. Oh, that's weird. Okay, wait, what? No, wait, no, why is that behind it? What? Why is this no? No, why is this there though? Why is that there? That should be there. Why is that there? Why is this one here instead of over here? Like, is it just because the note was left earlier? Because that's stupid. Whatever. Whatever. The next 2 days rushed by in a blur, altogether leaving a collective Okay, so this does make sense as to why he wasn't, like, super, like, fucked up when he was talking to Hannah. Because, like, we were just like, okay, his friend has just died, and he's a bit like, hey, guys! But no, that's okay. 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 So yeah, this is before he's even met them. Because he meets them, yeah, he meets them, I guess, today? Wait. Wait, what day is this? Oh. Piling with new... Okay. The next 2 days rushed by in a blur, altogether leaving a collective mess of work suddenly piling up and new unexpected acquaintances or friends. Okay. So next 2 days, so we're on the... Yeah, we're on the 27th. So the whole talking to Hannah thing has happened. Okay, that makes sense. But why is this before this? Why is this before everything? That makes no sense. Whatever. Depends on how you look on it, really. Either way, I'm stuck developing these photos at 3 in the morning to reach a deadline set by an overeager art director. Don't get me wrong, Julius is good, has a vision, and knows what he wants, but damn, he can be too enthusiastic sometimes.
Doesn't matter when you couldn't sleep anyway.
There's nothing new in it, of course. After years of working as a freelance photographer, it's simply something I've grown used to. Get to know people, build a client base, do work, cash in, and cash in some late hours if need be. Rinse and repeat. It certainly takes a while to get to some footing on the field, but that's the kind of thing that pays off in the long run as long as you keep at it. Given enough time, you might end up with big names on your client list. Names like the Wrights in particular. I never did pay much attention to them, but it's virtually impossible not to hear about them when a local news channel or paper has something to say on their name. Party here, an acquisition there. Sometimes it's a new business venture, and other times the everyday gossip that typically follows popular people like them. Not in a million years did I ever imagine that I would end up working with for such high-profile couple. Between that and the fuss that comes with, it leaves me no time to ponder over whatever happened to Isabella or why Ash is so adamant to keep away from the pair.
They do seem like the good folk, though, despite the whole fame thing.
I mean, Hannah does. No, not they. No. I get you being like, oh yeah, Hannah seems like good folk. Luke was outwardly hostile and racist. What are you talking about? They seem like good folk. What are you talking about, Zachary? Zachary, what are you talking about? Oh my god, Zachary. Sure, there's a rumor running around years ago, but about him being involved in some business scandal. But just like every gossip blown out of proportion by the media, nothing came of it, and eventually it simply died down. Much is definitely left to be said for the husband, but I doubt a woman like Miss Wright would pick him if he didn't have any good points at all. Miss Wright, Hannah, herself, though. Girl, do not be looking at pictures of her on your spare time. She ain't particularly bad the way the press makes her out to be. Tabloids have it all wrong, that's for sure. For someone born with a silver spoon in her mouth, well, she ain't exactly what I was expecting. Among other things, a newfound friendship is what I least expected from her, but here we are. Although, with a life as public as the Wrights, no wonder it's the woman who often gets the crappy end of the stick. This is why Zach's a good lad. Can't help but feel sorry for her. She's a real nice person when given the chance. Heck, she may even have ended up friends with Rebecca and Isabella too, if they weren't living worlds apart. Probably. The beep quickly pulls me back before my thoughts travel any further. In one practice motion, I carefully place the wet print I'm holding onto a drying rack and amble over to my makeshift darkroom to get the last photos from the water bath. Here's something that's probably bad. I'm very nostalgic for the chemical smell of developing film. That's probably real bad because those are toxic as hell. Those are not good to be breathing in. They're very bad for breathing in. But my mom is a photographer, and she used to work with film, and so we used to have like a room that was like her dark room, and I always liked when she was in there because like the house would always smell like chemicals and like, but they're very nostalgic for me, and like she would sometimes let me like stay in the room while it was dark because like you couldn't open the door otherwise it would ruin all the film. So sometimes she would let me stay in there. And then she'd show me how to do the thing. You like take the picture and then you have to like put it in one and like dip, 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 and you leave it for a little while and then you have to like carefully take it out and dip, 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 dip in the other and like let it settle and then you hang it up to dry and it like drip, 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 drip. Oh, it's so good. It's so excellent and I love it. And it smells like my childhood. That's bad, but whatever. Boop. Inside the converted broom closet, the film processor lets out another soft clack before going on its standby mode. At its mouth, a lone photograph sits in the tray, barely visible with the lack of light. The last one tonight for the set Miss Wright requested. I don't usually make this a habit, giving away stuff, that is. It's bad for business, no matter how well-intentioned or generous you are. This exception, however, she did treat me well and was a pleasant companion all throughout the shoot. Even if she didn't ask, I probably would have given her a few prints just for the hell of it. Miss Wright ain't such a bad subject matter to begin with. And maybe this is just me, but for someone who's everything in the palm of her hands, all the money in the world, a loving husband, and a plenty big mansion to call home, she's lonely. Doesn't just appear like it. It shows in the tone of her voice, how she moves, and most certainly in her smiles. Always hidden behind the glamour for the world to never see. Sometimes for people like her, small things like these help. A little reminder that the world can be kind too. God, Zach's so good. God, Zach's just such a good dude, and I love him so much. Water drips from the paper as I blindly pick it up and gently lay it on another tray holding a decent amount of photo flow. A few seconds under the solution is all it needs, but before it's ready for drying, no good rushing this last one, even if my body's already screaming for some decent snooze. Attentive to detail like a photographer should be, right? Such a good lad, and I love him. My hand fumbles for the light switch, but moving towards it with familiarity, while I fish for a squeegee among the mess of tools on a drawer with the other. Did you turn? I think that you're supposed to leave it in the dark for a little while before. I think you have to leave it a bit before turning on the light. Bulb flickers twice before its glow settles and casts a soft light into this tiny space. When I glance back down, squeegee in hand, ready to finish the process and finally call it a night. I don't like that.
What on earth?
Oh no, it's gonna be the picture. No, it's gonna be the picture. It's gonna be the picture. It's gonna be the picture that we took of her on the stair, and it was like there was the ghost. Oh no, that's even worse somehow. That's even worse somehow. Oh, hi Ethniel. This is worse somehow. Oh no, is that a figure up there? Don't like that. Blurred and distorted beyond recognition, rather. The area completely smudged over, leaving no trace of the same sweet smile the good woman carried in all previous prints.
Damn, that was too careless.
No! Common mistake to make, of course. If one negligent enough to pick a newly processed photo in the dark, like I apparently did. It has happened before, loads of times actually. But I still can't help but feel a small pang of frustration over one mistake a newbie would likely make. With a sigh, I reach for the switch again, intending to develop a new one from scratch.
It could pass off for one of those supernatural pictures they show on TV, though.
Shut up, Zach. A memory clicks. One cursory thought in the seer of many, and a short yet distinct second from the day before. A glimpse is all I got, but enough to burn the image in my mind. There was a shadow. Again. Oh my god, as soon as the spooky lady was shown, the internet connection cut out for a while. That's terrible, and I hate that. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. No. A woman. In her 20s or early 30s, maybe. How is that what people think? There's like, yeah, like she looked like she was in her 20s or early 30s, you know? Like, no. My first descriptor is she fucking dayed. With how far gone, there we go. Or with how far gone her flesh has become, it's not possible to tell at first glance. I don't like the head movement too. Boop-a-doop. Skin itself has already taken on a sickly pale color, rotten in most parts, blood dripping from every open gash and lesion on her body. Bony hands grip Miss Wright's neck like a noose, staining the skin underneath with a vibrant shade of scarlet. Nothing but malice fills the gleam in her eyes.
Zachary?
Yeah, I should probably never play horror games like Outlast. Like, I've got Outlast now. But I very much shouldn't, huh? I'm already jumpy. Like, I can barely play not 7 Days to Die. I can barely play Dead by Daylight. I can barely play Dead by Daylight. Like, that fucked me up. Every time it fucks me up when I'm the survivor. And then my stupid noise, the stupid donation noise that it does when it's my voice, and my voice scares me. My voice shouldn't scare me. That's not how that should work. Not for me. I streamed Outlast, had 1 hour left, but so scary, oh god. I'm banned by playing Outlast by the family. That's good. But for Miss Wright.
Zach, is something the matter?
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong. I just remembered something I saw. Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
Why is he so, like, chill? The memory alone is enough to make me retch. I brushed it off then. Did you? What? Yeah, let's fucking... Some of Hannah's shots from the photo shoot the day before came out distorted after Zachary developed them. He would have almost dismissed it as human error if he hadn't remembered a chilling memory from yesterday's shoot. I still don't like how these are written like a police report. A trick of the eye, I told myself, or a product of the heat. The weather has been unexpectedly warm recently, so it shouldn't be too surprising for such things to happen. And well, blame this on the usual fatigue, an overworked brain, the weather, or an amateur error on my part is far more convenient. It makes a whole lot of sense than what the small voice inside my head whispers. Okay, wrong. The same tiny voice that only makes itself known when something's afoul. The same one that lent a curious ear to Isabella's worries about the mansion. With each second I spend staring at this photograph, the murmurs in my head only grow louder against my ears. Someone has to know. Shit! Shit, I don't... Ooh... Oh shit, who do I show the photo to? Okay, but because here's the thing, neither of them believe this. Neither of them believe in like ghosts and shit. Or even get past the reception desk at the start of the game already anxiety wreck. Oh god. It's a danger to your health. Oh my god, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, don't play it. Is Hannah the normal one? Hannah's the one that we just played. The posh socialite one that is less of a rat bitch than her husband. We also, just so people know, she's alive. I managed to keep her alive. Pew, 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 pew. Managed to keep her alive. You're welcome. Or at least I managed to not have her taken over by the house, which apparently was a thing that could happen to her. Yeah, so she's one that Zach got on with a lot at the photo shoot. So neither Hannah or Ash believe in this. I think we have to show it to Ash. Just because, like... Okay, here's my reasoning. Because showing it to Hannah, it's like, hey, I took this weird picture of you and it's fucked up. Which feels bad, you know? Whereas Ash, it will be more like, look at this weird picture I took. It's ghosts. I don't know. Let's go Ash. I think we have to go Ash. Yeah, I think I'm going Ash. Ash will give me flack for this, he will. I can already hear what he's gonna say about this the moment I bring it up. Hell, before he even sees anything, I'll wager. The guy's a skeptic through and through, and it'll take more than my account for him to even consider this. But when you've been there, something enough to raise the hairs on the back of your neck and leave you wanting to flee or hide, what he thinks is the least of my concerns. I'm no hero. That's a title best reserved for someone else. Still, if this'll help him change his mind, it's worth a try. It won't change what happened to Isabella, but she certainly won't wish for anything to happen to us either. Outside, the sun is yet to rise. I've still got a few hours before dawn, good enough time to mull it over about how I'll go with him. Plenty of space to check if I'll get the same result if I redo the process again. Film processor hums back to life at my touch. The light switch gives out a soft click, and darkness embraces the small closet again.
Somehow those urban legends don't sound so silly now.
Do not show me her again, I swear to God. Okay, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus! Sometimes I wish Ash would make himself easier to find. 24 messages, 13 phone calls, one visit to his flat later, I still have no idea which rock in Luxborn he went off to hide under again. So he does have an apartment, that's good. The guy has his own place, but refuses to stay in it, okay. Has his own phone, but doesn't answer any of his calls or give any indication he's gotten my messages. Most of the time, he'll just show up on my front door. Sometimes in the middle of the night, complaining about how uncomfortable it is to sleep back in the back of his Shirley, his car. As if the old couch in my flat is any better. Nothing new from him, though. It's a bit frustrating, really. There's a police precinct, of course, but then again, he's not there most of the time either. And if it's also true for today, he's likely out on another stakeout. There's nothing much to do but for me to wait if that's the case.
Let's just hope I'm lucky enough today.
While Luxburn is a relatively peaceful city, boasting a low crime rate, its precinct stays abuzz with activity. I mean, there's a serial killer out, so how like low in crime is it though? As soon as I open the glass front doors, murmurs coming from the people waiting in the lobby welcome me. Officers can occasionally be seen shuffling in and out of the rooms, greeting civilians with a casual smile and polite nod.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Some, though, look a little worse for wear, like the receptionist who looked at me with much disdain the moment I arrived. And thankfully, I don't have to deal with him today. Before I can even step in, Ashton's voice, though low, comes from the hallway adjacent to the lobby.
Not even for just 1 minute?
No. The case was dismissed, remember?
You were the one handling that case.
If you want access to those records, you've got to ask Chief. I was taken off it before shit went to hell. Why do you even bother? Even Professor Clark seems to have given up on that.
Well, never mind, you won't understand.
Right. I know you owe Professor Clark a lot, but the right guy isn't just someone you mess with. They've got the money. Who knows what else gets swept under the rug with them involved.
He's trying to fuck up Mr. Right. Ooh, okay.
That takes a special kind of ignorant not to know.
I'm okay with that.
And a smart person to know which boundaries he can't cross. You're a bright guy, you'll figure it out. In any case, I've got to get going. Another missing person case on my hand. Benjamin on the front desk looks like he's about to maul someone after the fourth one yesterday.
Oh my god. How low is the crime rate, huh? Say again, how?
Murders, people missing. What a time to be alive. Man, I miss the old Luxburn.
You and me both. I'll see ya. Gonna go grab some lunch.
He notices me first as soon as he enters the lobby and pauses. Confusion barely crosses his face until I fish out. Oh, briefly crosses his face until I fish out the phone from my pocket and wave it up. Frowning, he pulls his own mobile out, wordlessly fiddling with it for a few seconds before sighing heavily. There ain't any annoyance within him when he glances up, though, only mild exasperation and what might be a hint of amusement. Although underneath all that, there's something else too. Hiding subtly in the dark circles under his eyes, his slumped posture and partially unkempt appearance.
Sorry, I haven't gotten a chance to check any of my messages yet. I was looking up something.
You sure you can still step out like that?
Yeah, no problem. I need to get out anyway. What are you doing here in the first place?
Well, I was hoping you could check something for me, but you don't appear to be...
He stops me with a tap on my shoulder and walks straight past me to the door and gestures with his head to follow their very irked receptionist when I raise an eyebrow in question.
Over lunch. I haven't eaten anything since last night, and Benjamin there doesn't really like loiterers around here.
Wordlessly, I follow after him, but not after sending the poor guy behind the table an apologetic smile. As expected, he takes a seat on the farthest corner of the cafe, a good way from the window, but easily allows a view of who comes and goes. Secluded enough to not be disturbed by the lunch hour rush or be overheard by a curious bystander. If I didn't know this lunch he invited me to, I would automatically assume I got dragged into another stakeout. After years of knowing him, though, this has simply become one of the many habits he has that I've gotten used to. Ash letting out long, drawn yawns every few minutes, however, is a new thing. Why do you yawn? We're going to address the fucking latte art. We're going to address this latte art. We're going to address this. Can't see it, but just behind my head, there's like, I'll put it right where it is. There's a little thumbs up. He's doing a little thumbs up as well. Right here. We're going to address this. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? Let us address it. What the shit? Holy fuck. Even as food arrives minutes later, he stays distracted. His eyes distant, focused on some point on the table, and a frown creasing his eyebrows as if in deep thought. This, while I'm left to grapple for a decent... Where did my words take me? This, while I'm left to grapple for a decent thing to talk about over the plate of vegetable quiche, his odd choice of cake for lunch, and the hubbub surrounding the two of us. Small talk has never been my strong point, and against everything sensible and wise in the world, I blurt out the first thing that pops into my head.
Any news about Bella's condition?
He pauses, fork stilling halfway to his mouth. Ash is far from the most open person in the world. Even to us, the people he already let see past the cool and distant persona, there are some things he keeps safely tucked away to himself. In that one unguarded second, though, a pained expression shoots across his features. One he didn't bother hiding under his usual mask of attachment. I'm not sure why, of all things happening right now, I find that alone unnerving.
No change since I left yesterday. Rebecca visited last night. Said something about an aunt taking things from here. I didn't hear most of it. I was needed back at the precinct, but I'll probably drop by again later to see if I can help.
I think it's the one who helped to get the job at BRC.
Really? I only just found out. I thought Isabella was living alone all this time.
I like this gumshoe music.
Well, I assume since Becca is her emergency contact.
She is living alone, technically. Her aunt's working pretty far from here. She only mentioned her in passing before. Can't very well help their family when her aunt has her own set of mouths to feed. Bella had to be the one to take the job. Something like that. And it ain't even like she'd want someone else to do the work. If she can, she'll do it herself.
She's stubborn, that's what she is.
You shouldn't talk.
He gives a non-committal hum and returns to his food. He hasn't even taken a bite when he lets out another yawn. Save. This time I really have to, we have to ask when was the last time he slept, because he's not going to be happy if we're like, you should slow down. He's not going to like that. What if we just ask him when he slept?
Ash, when was the last time you slept?
No, apparently no. I don't want to be mad at him.
You look like you're about to pass out.
Okay. Look. They're friends. I don't want to ruin their friendship. I like it. I like them being friends. Like, you've got two people that are very awkward in very different ways, and I like them being friends, okay? Look, okay.
I'll be fine. What I'm doing is more important.
Glupy.
Don't you think you need to slow down for a little?
He laughs, the mirth more from the incredulity of my suggestion than any amusement he finds in a friend worrying for his well-being.
You aren't seriously asking me that.
Maybe I am.
Wait, no, Alfred, I don't know why I just got reminded of this. So me and Brogan just finished, Jesse and Dodger, playing through, what is it, contradiction or something like that. What is it it was called contradiction, right? It was fucking buck wild. It was buck wild from start to end. And we're starting watching them play. Another thing is like the doctor, something, the psychiatric practice of doctor something or some shit. Yeah, contradiction. And like it was, it's weird. It's another FMV game that they're playing through, and it looks buck wild and weird, and so I'm very excited. Oh, FMV games. Are there any good FMV games in the world? If there's like a single one, I'm looking for one, like one that's not trash. Dr. Decker, yeah, something like that. I've never seen a good FMV game, and that's like my favorite thing in this world. It's fucking great. I love how bad they are. I want it in my life forever.
Think of it this way. If it's Rebecca who's asking, oh, she won't be as nice as I am.
FMV buddies. Like, anyone playing FMV games, like, they're playing FMV games, fucking Justin McElroy trying to play FMV games, even though he hates them more than anything. So good.
That's low, so good. Zach.
Sure it is, but I'd hate to bring Rebecca into this, but if I can't reason with him, she sure as hell can. That alone, I need to play some FMV games, just because they're so weird and disjointed. I love it. That alone seems to knock some sense into him, though. The horrified look on his face says something.
I'm just giving you your options.
Yeah, I get it. I'll see what I can do after this.
Are things really that bad?
You're looking at me right now. What do you think?
Cut back on the sarcasm, Ash. I really want to know what's happening here.
Ash drags both of his hands down his face and lets out a huff, weighted with every frustration he's carrying in him. For an instant, he opens his mouth to say something, probably to argue, but hastily decides against it.
Traffic cams were useless, and those were supposed to be high def to begin with. Damn, huge waste of taxpayers' money when we can't even use it when we need it. The people at Tech have been at it since we got hold of the footage, and all they managed to salvage was a scant few seconds before she crossed the road. How does that help?
Well, there must be some use in that alone. Like, maybe someone pushed her?
There was no one else. She just stopped right in the middle of the road. Just right in the fucking middle. It's like there was something there that prevented her from crossing. I just don't know what.
In the fucking middle. I like the fucking middle.
He's like, I don't want to do a swears.
Zach, Isabella's not that stupid. There was something there. That's what made her stop, and the traffic cams didn't catch it. Something.
Ash's voice actor has been one of the ones, like, both Ash and Zach, their voice actors have been, like, pretty fucking good so far. Like, I'd say Ash is just, like, a little better, maybe? No, I don't know, actually, because, like, I like Zach's voice actor because, like, he's just, sometimes, like, they're just like, no, I'm not gonna do this. You keep trying to make me say ain't. Like, at every opportunity, which is a lot, because a lot of the time it does not apply. Please stop. And he just, like, skips over and does whatever the fuck he wants, which is very good. I'm like, yeah, do fix the writing. Please fix the writing a little bit as you go. Ash is very good voice actor. So far, I say that. He's gonna do something terrible. Abruptly, he trails off and gapes at me with wide eyes as if something's just snapped properly into the place inside his mind.
Or someone. Someone was there.
Actually, if we're going to talk about someone, maybe this has something to do with it as well.
Oh, he's not gonna like this. They all came out like that? They all came out. Oh. The expression on his face grows more puzzled with each photo I spread on the table. There's about 8 of them, all of it reprints of the same thing. His Wright's distorted head in the photos. He takes a minute to go through each, eyeing the prints warily. The furrow on his brow doesn't ease even as he gathers it all of it into a pile and sets them in one neat stack in front of me with a heavy sigh.
Hana Wright?
Yeah. How did you...
The locket. She never takes it off. Evan's family heirloom.
I won't even think about asking why or how he knows that. If he's investigating them, he'll likely have already dug up every unimaginable dirt on them, including family history.
You never mentioned you got work from them.
Yesterday, yeah. That's just a small feature for a magazine. Interviews, photos, standard stuff, nothing big. But see, here's the thing. I don't know how else to put this out there without sounding crazy, but there really is something odd with that place. Remember the letter?
He drags in a breath, reaches up his nose. He reaches up his nose? Don't think so. Don't think he does. Don't think he's just like, oh god, my dude, this is weird. Like, I don't think he does. He drags in a breath and just reaches up his ding-dang nose and pinches it. Like the action. I would love it if that was the case. That like, I don't know what, that like he's got the wrong, like, so like everyone else in the world is like, ah, oh, he's just like, oh god, just jams his fingers up there. That's very good to me. Like the action alone will help grant him all the patience in the world to continue this conversation.
Please tell me this isn't about that again.
No, Ash, you've got to listen this time.
I am listening, and I can't believe that just came out of your mouth. These are some blurred out photos, and that letter is just a stupid prank. I expected this from Isabella, not you.
You're the photographer here. I don't see any need to get worked up over this.
I know what you mean, but will you hear me out first?
Ash leans back on his seat and doesn't say anything further. He gestures for me to continue with a wave of his hand, impatience clearly on his face. Any other person telling him this and he'll walk out without batting an eye. I suppose the only reason he's giving me the benefit of the doubt is because we know each other.
Ash, I don't easily buy into these things as much as you do. Yesterday, though, behind
Hannah, sorry, oops. He blinks at that, his eyebrows lifting momentarily before settling into a deep frown.
Hana, since when were you on a first-name basis with the Wright missus?
Why does that even matter?
I thought you said this was just a gig.
His voice stays level, but the accusation in it is as clear as day. It hits a nerve in me somehow, more than that tone usually does. God, there's a lot of choices here. It really is just a gig. It was just a gig. It's just a gig. It's just a gig. Yeah, okay. 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 Patience can be a tough thing to summon at times. But we didn't get this far as friends if we let our own tempers be the lord of us. Okay, I can
Bro,
words.
it's really just another freelance work.
He eyes me skeptically, the same stare he reserves for people he interrogates. I've been on the receiving end of it before, early in our friendship. Years later, he's already got the unimpressed police look down pat.
And there's nothing going on with me and Miss Hana. She was just being friendly. Insisted I call her by her first name. That's all.
I wasn't implying any of that. You're not that sort of guy.
Or am I weak?
I know, but
or is it weak?
Let's just get that out of the way.
Okay.
The just-in-case elephant in the room scenario, aight? She's a married woman, Jesus!
Not with the image she presents in public.
No, but trust me, she ain't any of the things the tabloid writes about her.
Like I read any of those.
I know you don't.
Yes, you do, if that's your job. If that's part of the job, if you're investigating these people, you fucking did.
But keep
That's how jobs work.
Will do.
My god.
Though I can't promise you'll get off scot-free if she's involved. Man, without your acting, it feels like I'm doing a solid for your girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Cut that out, will you? And I'm not asking you to.
Don't, she's not your girlfriend!
Besides,
oh my god.
What's currently going on here is more important.
Alright, lay it in.
Counting everything takes the better half of our lunch, but he manages to listen through the entire thing without a side comment. A feat in itself, actually. At the end of it, Ash merely nods, takes out his phone, and excuses himself. Off to a far corner of the cafe for some privacy. You can even afford to have such a thing in a place as public as this. He returns in a little while and hands me a small card.
University of Luxembourg, Andrew Clark, PhD, Professor of Psychology and Ethnography. Department of Psychology, College of Humanities and Sciences. Stuff. Oh, is this the guy that we would have seen if we had gone with Ash and Hannah's suggestion instead of going to the preacher?
I can't stop you if you're willing to believe in this crap. Give this guy a call. You're better off talking to him than me. He's at the public library now if you want to catch him there. He used to be my professor back in the university.
Oh, no, I don't think that's...
Go on. I already gave him a heads up. You know I can't help you out, man.
He gives my arm a tap and walks off, mumbling about checking back how things are at the precinct. I don't see his face when he leaves, but I know this is his own little way of helping out, despite what he doesn't voice out.
Disturbed, Zachary went to show the photographs to Ashton. During lunch at the coffee house, they briefly discussed Isabel's case before the topic veered to photos. Refused to believe his friend, Ashton advised him to talk to Andrew instead.
Okay. I know this is a very, very short stream, but I'm gonna have to call it there. I am not doing well, my dudes. I had a short burst of energy that was fueled by a lot of drugs, but I'm suffering a lot right now, so the pain's getting real intense. So I'm gonna like the sickiness is coming back. So pain, sickness, I need to go lie down. So thank you all so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying. I probably shouldn't have done any of this today, but I love the shit out of this game. I think it's really interesting and fun and good and weird. And I'm enjoying the shit out of it, so I was like, what if I just play it? What if I just play it instead of like looking after my health?